Como ella decía, que buscaba nueva vida, que ya no quería esta vida, pues ojalá que lo encuentre. Yo creo que sí la va a encontrar, porque ella quiere encontrarlo. Anhelaba una nueva vida.
In February of this year, Rosa Martinez Hernandez left her village in Oaxaca and boarded a fishing boat in Ensenada, Mexico. The 16-year-old looked for a new life with a cousin in Buena Park, California. Instead, she almost died and was deported. Rosa is just one of hundreds of people who take to the sea every year in a new and popular form of human smuggling by fishing boat along the Pacific Ocean. Undeterred, Rosa tried to cross the border again. This time, she tried to climb a fence with a ladder at the San Ysidro border. Rosa was caught and became a ward of the federal government. She lived in a juvenile facility in Arizona before she was placed with her cousin, who is now her guardian in Buena Park.
Quiero pues estudiar, ya no quiero como vivir. Rosa quiero
que salga adelante.
Pues no es justo como mí, no es justo. Ya no quiero a mi hijo igual como mí.
Rosa's mother, Emilia Martinez, makes around 100 tortillas a day to sell at a local restaurant. She earns what is equivalent to about $12 a day. Her swollen hands show how long she's worked to perfect the craft. She started as a child.
Mi mamá me enseñó.
Emilia taught her daughter Rosa a bit about how to make tortillas, but didn't want her to have to follow in her mother's footsteps. Emilia's native language is Zapoteco, a Mesoamerican language spoken by the Zapotec people, most who live in Oaxaca and the southwestern highlands of Mexico. She knows some broken Spanish, but was never able to become fluent because of poor education. Sometimes she can't find the words in Spanish, asking her husband in her native Zapotec for translation. Emilia said she hopes her daughter has an opportunity to stay in the United States, to study, and not have to rely on her hands as she does. After Rosa's father had a bad fall, the family's earnings plummeted. Rosa's father, Francisco Martinez, could no longer tend to the land as well for the family. Emilia wanted to work, and it's been barely enough to provide for staples such as beans and corn.
Porque me miraba a mí que ya no podía hacer nada. Me decía, usted ya no va a poder hacer nada. Y mi mamá sola dice, pues no. Quiero ayudar a mi mamá, quiero que salgamos adelante, quiero que ella que no sufra mucho, quiere que mis hermanitos salgan adelante también, y todo eso. Y dice, pues si me quedo aquí, pues no voy a hacer nada. Nomás voy a echar tortillas.
Rosa had a plan. She would go to school by day and work at night once she reached Buena Park. Instead, the fishing boat she traveled in became lost at sea with at least a dozen other passengers.
Rosa me platicó que el viaje estuvo muy triste, porque cuando se apagó el motor, se apagó en plena agua, pues. Y dice Rosa que ya no pudieron hacer nada, que ni para atrás ni para adelante.
Eventually, someone on the boat called for help. Federal officials responded and rescued Rosa and the others. She was sent back across the border to Tijuana, where her father waited. Francisco, who is disabled and barely gets around on a donkey at home, discouraged Rosa from going to the United States from the very beginning. She insisted, however. Before she took to the sea, she had already tried twice to cross by land, near Arizona, only to get sent back across the border to Tijuana, Mexico, where her father waited.
Rosa es una
Francisco
muchacha
said
muy
all he could
sencilla,
do was wait for her in
muy
case
humilde,
officials deported his
muy,
daughter. He thought her
muy
near-death experience
amigable,
on the boat would make
platicaba
Rosa want to
mucho.
return home. He was wrong.
Rosa es muy valiente. Porque dice que cuando llegaron allá a California que estaban todos amarillos, que ya no podían soportar la sed, que la garganta estaba hinchado, todo. Estaban desatritados, les faltaba agua y estaban casi muertos, pues. Entonces la llevaron al hospital, la llevaron todo eso y cuando salió para afuera le dije, vámonos para la casa, Rosa. Le dije, no, papá, yo quiero ir al norte. Le digo, no, Rosa, vámonos. Se subió otra vez, se fue, el permiso me pidió. Me dijo, yo me voy, me dijo que usted no quiera.
In July, federal officials granted Rosa a temporary stay with her cousin while she fights her case before an immigration judge. Cindy Carcamo for the Orange County Register.